So you're coming up with your show, Search.
Yeah.
I watched the show, but what I really found interesting was this kind of a female gaze on it. I don't know how to put it, but it's not about guns and encounters like a lot of crime thrillers are.
Right.
It's a police procedural, but we see both schools. We see someone holding back and using their brains instead of their brawn, and someone just kind of, as the character puts it, trying to close the case instead of solving it. So I want to know that where does this conflict, so where does this come from? Does it come from, for the character, does it come from her gender? Does it come from her experience? Like where does it come from? Both of you.
Well, you start.
I think I would say that even the original Scandinavian, there's a Danish show, Forbid Elsen. This dynamic was always there. This older, more restrained, perhaps a little more mature woman, and this bit of a rookie, upstart, cocky young officer. And actually, that in a way was the most charming thing about the show. And I think many people reacted to that very odd kind of a chemistry that they had.
And that is such an essential part of being a hook for viewers. Is what to be actually our journey is these two people is going to give us, they're going to be taking us through it. So you have to enjoy their conflict, their different approaches, because if they were both cut from the same cloth, then you don't need two characters.
That's right. Then it would be boring.
So in this case, we took this choice. It could well have been the other way, that she has a reputation for being hot-headed and this young guy wants to go by the book. We just the original took this path, and it was fun, and it works. But I think with experience, you do mellow, you do probably and there is some references that there is a past that she is kind of paying a price for till today. So she knows what the consequences of being rash are, right? Which is a general thing about life,
And the her home life, the fact that her own child, her married life, whatever, her mother, all
given
of that is
the whole
also
male
there.
female thing, feeling almost that she's kind of obliged to the husband at this point because he's kind of been taken a little bit of a backseat for her career, so she's on that borrowed time as well.
And it's nice to see a supportive husband also.
So it just made for it. So I don't think it was. Gender is obviously one of the things there, but it's just mixed up nicely with experience, age, just outlook, all of that. That's why it's a fun show to do.
Yeah. Another refreshing instance was that a lot of these police procedurals, we see the police first go to the parents or the survivors and then tell them that, we will take care of this, we will get back to you, and don't worry about it. So there's a lot of moral support. But in this show, when one character does it and your character says that don't give them false hopes, like that's the first rule of the investigation. So what is the idea behind, like what is the character thinking there? Because it's so unique, and that you're not trying to be a hero, you're really trying to be a character.
A pragmatist.
See, again, it was written like that for me, so I was really just following that lead. But it just all fits in so nicely that I didn't even feel the need to question that, Like sometimes it's like, you're not, you don't understand something, and you ask the director, you ask the writers, why is this like this? Can I do it like this? But this just fell into place with her character, that she's not someone who, it seems like she's someone who under promises and over delivers, and she's not going to give falsehood because she's not that kind of person. She wants to be thorough and investigate the whole thing properly, and only then, it's not all about show at all for her.
Well, and that's good writing, where on the other hand, Surya is cut from a different cloth. He's coming and he wants to prove himself, so he'll probably jump over things that she would think twice, right? So that, and again, that's very natural, youthful, dabang kind of, attitude. And that's what makes the chemistry, is that having, and there is, you've seen the shows, there's a resolution to that as well, where they see each other's point of view at a certain point, but if you start from opposing point of views, you get to a synthesis later, right? So that's what's fun, that we can hit those notes, and that's what's going to keep hopefully the audience more engaged than just the whodunit. Is this okay? Whose way is going to win out? How are they going to get together and actually unfold this?
we've seen it with landmark cases like the Delhi rape case, and then with Jessica Lal murder case, where there were a lot of protests saying that justice delayed is justice denied. But this show again underlines that you need, if you're going through the protocol and you're going through a thorough investigation, then the justice may be a little denied or maybe a little delayed. So what's your take on that, as not as characters but also as citizens?
No, but why is the justice delayed? I mean, that is also an important thing. Is it because one is doing the investigation properly, or is it that, I mean, repeatedly the date is getting cancelled, or things are not happening as efficiently because of whatever bureaucratic red tape or things like that, so that also one has to examine. It's not just that it's delayed for no reason. It's delayed because you're going about it in a proper way, I think.
Yeah, no, but that I think the show reflects, I think not just in India, but there's generally a tendency, there's the political repercussion to things. And then there's a pressure to put out those fires because it might have consequences. So that, and it's not particular to India, it's worldwide. That these things happen, and so that's nice that we brought that. And the show is not at all political. It's not about X or Y or Z, and that's not the agenda of the show at all. But that is a reality. No matter which parties are there, there will always people in power will have that influence on something, and someone will want to take advantage of an opponent who's in that spotlight. So it's again this human nature to use things as an end to more power for in their category, and in that the cops get kind of pushed around. The victims' families may not see that justice because there are bigger forces, and that's what I think audiences also enjoy, knowing that there are these connections that hopefully those strands kind of come together in a satisfying way,